I'm getting streamer as maybe that because I worked the Mac last just check time. I've committed to I've committed to the microphone, even though I have a good hair day. These are the sacrifices we make as streamers. Let me check. Yeah, I think I was holding the mic too close to my mic handling. I'm going to download. Oh my god, nailing the background image room just for fun, but not from Kick because it's additional rights. I hope you can't see. I have to. Yeah, so it seems that I have to. Yeah, so it seems that when I have to lower my one view, right? My content phone. Yeah, bro, content phone. Yeah, bro. How does anybody live stream? You know, it doesn't seem that complicated or expensive, but if you want to do proper IRL, you'll be expensive, but if you want to do proper IRL, you'll be spending like multi. I don't nerd me. I want to kind of show my full screen it right now, but I need to do a full screen share, display capture, share monitor. Screen. Hide OBS from capture. Done. No. Okay, whatever. Let's just put me on there because the confusion is part of the game, right? Viewers now, two actually they are streaming to YouTube because I've never had a live viewer there. And then like I could really like practice without the pressure of being seen. But that's not how I roll anymore. A shit show. And that's like all I can do, warn my audience and like kind of figure it out together, right? And make the figuring out. I saw in big. Okay, I have. Okay, I have that were you. I cannot. That were you. I cannot feel that it. I will change my hotspot to my other phone, and maybe that will fix it. At 16. At 16, we are 7 minutes 17. Is the best way to check because that's where most of the consumers are, the viewers. At least the audio is good. But we'll also check on laptop another time. You know what? Wait, is it good now? I think it's good. Wait, is it good now? I think it's good. It's smooth. It's a smooth. We are online. We had an internet issue, it seems. And my other internet is better. I do have to maybe just combine. I'm from mobile network, so I'm on the same network that I'm using with browser. I was using it from the Chrome browser. Now I switched to Streamlabs that you can see in the background around me. So it's a new experience, but it's also like an app on Mac on your laptop, a separate app that takes up like 2 gigabytes. I'm expecting more. Okay, it's saying new dropped frames. I have to check again. Okay, no, but it stays smooth. Okay, things are good. We can go on. Yeah, so why did I make this switch and why am I risking it all for Streamlabs and these new cutout issues? And why have I spent my first day off this week on Saturday to be like working on this? Because Restream will not give me flexibility in my desktop streams. I want flexibility. I want internal audio from my Mac straight to my audience's ears because audio is 80% of any video. And can I hear myself? Yes, I can. So audio is, I'm getting distracted by vanity. audio is 80% of any video. That's why we care. So how I did it, I don't even know. I downloaded also Black Hole, um, which is a thing for Mac that I think is like more inherent in OBS, but I did it so that Streamlabs would record my audio. But I'm going to actually show you how I don't even think I needed a black hole, because I went to sources. Wait, I will put my head a little bit more up. No, I can't do it. Why don't you take my head? Okay, I clicked down, and then it allowed me to choose my head and do this. Okay, so, and here I chose audio input capture for my microphone, a separate one, and an audio output capture. And I think this one has, can you see it? I don't know what you can see because I don't know what, I think you can see it. Okay, so this one just will capture your output pure. It's not going to go through the distortion of coming out from your laptop and in again. I want to say it like I'm live streaming in a way to make it for long form YouTube, and sometimes I need to repeat stuff to say it like more coherently by the time that I have found what I want to say. Or maybe I have like a short-term memory issue. No, I'm just a long form YouTuber, okay? Okay. So this was it, and then I deactivated. What did I do then? And I'm gonna close chat here. How do I make it come back? Okay, I can make it come back like this. Okay, good. This is my last chat from when I was doing IRL with my mom, and we were swimming, and I swam like 800 almost a kilometer, but I stopped at 900 because I was just like, I was done with it. And then like it was a Friday, so it wasn't a super long stream. And I got I got a boomer meme, or my mom got it. I don't know what this means. But point is, I see my last chat in Restream, and sometimes that scares me that I wouldn't get like new chats. But let's just like put a chat into the multi-stream just to check that it works. So we know it works. Look, it went to YouTube. I think that's YouTube. Interesting. It like doubles it up. Interesting. Because one thing I know is that Kik integration for Streamlabs is not as strong as other integrations, but Kik is the only platform that has gifted me with discoverability. So now I have like 10 followers, around 10, no, exactly 10. I've entered the double digits, bro. And this is not like other followers. This is not Instagram or TikTok where it doesn't mean anything. This means something. We are having a strong parasocial human connection with my viewers and with my audience. This is a lot. So Kik has, and what it has given me is the live streamer experience. Even if you have a small audience, you are doing the very same actions, and you are practicing communication in a channel that is literally the same that like bigger streamers do. The only difference is the number. Yeah, a few zeros, but there is no other difference in your actions. Maybe like you have to be more careful IRL. They're following, I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. So yeah, Kik, I've chosen it as my primary chat because that's where all my viewers are. But that just means I have a separate chat just for Kik. I'm not sure what it means. Okay, let's just watch whatever video I was watching before, just because I don't even need the browser outlay. We will just raw dog it like this from my desktop.
Actually look like talking, not posed. And then I passed in a clip of me speaking in roughly the same tone of voice that I wanted for the video. I did try just passing in the whole video as a reference, which is something you can do. I don't know why, but it did not.
So what is going to happen now is that like I don't have the MacBook input. I only have the camera and the one from the internal from the MacBook, but I can hear it. So I know that the microphone will also pick it up, and sometimes it picks it up in a way that's quite strong. So I will have to do a different testing for the desktop audio. I think not for long, but when you are like doing your first desktop stream, you'll probably have to do a lot of testing. I could do this just as a recording, and I did like 5 recording tests, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I don't know how people do this, bro. Like me, do they do it like this? Okay.
Not work as well, I let Claude Code now have foster med sog occurring. Why did skapen a very sog code in its last in Oscar video? She is for some reason speaking in her own beautiful made up native language. She does look
I have
like
to
me,
wait a little
and some of the words are
so
in
that
English.
it doesn't-
But for
the
some
voice
reason,
doesn't
passing the
mirror
audio
back.
separately mostly fixed this issue. So I just did audio and images instead of a whole video. And so now that I've shown a proof of concept, let's go to Claude Code and see if we can actually automate this and generate an
Interesting. I
entire
think that
short
like my
video.
phone
So the
is
first
just
thing I wanted to
slow.
do is create a skill to make this video. So right from the start, this can be a process that I can repeat. I asked it to use the assets that we've already talked about, which are the screen grabs of me talking and the audio of me talking. And then what I'm asking Claude to make decisions on is how to take a 20 to 30 second script that I give it and break it up into 5-ish second chunks so that I can stitch together one long video. And this is the skill it generated. So first it has to upload the media to Higgsfield, that's the images and the audio, and then it's gonna figure out how to split up the script. And then if you've noticed with the Hopecore videos before, there's a lot of the video that's
Okay, but I'm getting started. Wait, I have to catch the end of that.
And then what I'm asking Claude to make decisions on is how to take a 20 to 30 second script that I give it and break it.
Can you hear that? It's mirroring back. It's mirroring back. So now my hypothesis is this because I'm using the full screen share and not the pure browse Mac OS screen capture hiding this, and we will just show the window capture. And yeah, or will it still mirror the audio? Probably. Let's make sure though. I don't think one should show links like on YouTube. I think like Steve will do it, might have gotten banned for showing links. Some YouTube about how to avoid copyright strikes. So I think all my YouTube consumption can actually become content. Why have I watched 8 hours of YouTube for the last few years while nobody watched me?
We should be like a little bit conservative with our usage. So I asked Claude Code to download some B-roll off this website called Pexels, which is a free stock image and video website I've used in the past. And then it's gonna put all the footage in a folder together for me so I can just take a look. So I let that run, and this is what we got as some of the results.
I'm going airplane.
Now, I'm gonna put this into CapCut, which is what I
And
normally
back.
use to edit videos. I know that there are some people that actually use Claude Code to also edit, but like I said, I'm gonna drop all these clips in, and then I have a bunch of stuff here from the last time I made a Hopecore video.
I think
So
it's
I'm gonna use
actually-
this same setup. This is just like the filter, the
connecting it to the browser and not to my whole screen. Very, very interesting. Okay, let me hide this window and go back to my Mac screen capture. And I'm trying to figure out how I could share my whole screen and show you a video there without this looping. Let's look at the mics here. macOS screen capture. And recording its own separate audio input while I've already chosen an audio input that is kind of connected to the window. So anyways, it's an additional thing, but it probably also can be fixed. And all this stuff can be done, of course. But I was just like, first I thought like it cannot be done. And I'm just like, why would this streaming platform even exist if these things cannot be done? So yeah. So maybe we can get into it. And like I've been talking, but the whole principle that we are chasing is that like I stop talking and other people start talking. So let's like watch a YouTube video that's actually like connected to the topic of the current stream. Let's like something I like to do when learning something new is just like binge YouTube on the topic. And by the way, you can tell that like I cut my own hair because one part is like much longer than the other. But like if I try to cut it to the same length, like I'll be bald, bro. Like I can't, like this the length difference will stay at any length. Maybe like I'll get a haircut by somebody else, but like yeah, my mom can cut hair, but like I don't know, she's been lazy. Yeah, and it's fine. Usually it doesn't show us much. If I didn't have this on, like it would not show this much, but this it's showing quite extremely right now. Wait, I'm gonna pull down one part and like throw to the back the other. It's fixed. Why would I ever go to a hairdresser? Um, let's go. Let's okay. So what are we doing? We are changing back to window cap. We are hiding the Mac OS screen capture. We are showing the window capture, but that's not it. Is it it? How is this? Oh yeah, she's showing like an editing background screen. Um, Let me also put in a charger so that we are charging our MacBook because it's about to die. Yeah, it's powering the mic. It's doing a lot. It's doing the most. But okay, so far things are going. Things are going. Let's go. So I'm going to search for. Wait, where I'm holding it on the screen doesn't change where it is. Interesting. But now it becomes smaller. There is like a movie thing in it. Anyways, let's search stream all things, and then I will be like fucking Asmongold here. Like not I will be Asmongold. I feel like sometimes my cursing is like really sometimes my cursing like is not obvious. You know. It's not it's changing sometimes the meanings of what I mean to say. I will be Osmongold. That's the point. Because he never really goes out of his house. He's always just like he's always home and he is making the most of it. He must really be enjoying streaming because he's still doing like 5-6 hours a day just for fun. He's already got so many millions that he can never spend, that he has even stopped like donations as an option for his audience. Like he has a video that he's reviewing himself about this that we would watch if we weren't on a Streamlabs hunt. How to set up Streamlabs desktop in 2025. Should you use Streamlabs or OBS? I think this is a proper question for me because I'm having so much trouble with all these settings in Streamlabs, and I wish that I could just use pure OBS as like a purist. But with multi-streaming and even setting up the screens, I just want to kind of I've tried everything and I wish that I showed my experiences with Restream. Like I wish I did more screen shares, but I was like all the time in that platform and that was the only thing I could share. I shared it sometimes, but also there is not that much to see in there. The Streamlabs is much more complex, but let's just watch this. What should we do, right? What shall we do? So, you're going to see ads. Like I have like 5 YouTube accounts. Like I can't be on premium on all of them. But like what I do, I'm going forward like 10x. Wait, it will make me smaller in the meantime. Webcam smaller. Too small. I'm going to like hide the part that is not me so I can be bigger. I want to be big in my own, like this is my world, okay? This is about me. It's not about other people's content. Yeah, so this is what I do when I see ads. And then I go, this is an extension. Okay.
If you asked me what streaming software you should use to go live 3 years ago, I probably would have said Streamlabs without a doubt. It is straightforward and the easiest to get set up with and go live. But then 2 years ago, I probably would have said OBS because it works for stream elements and is just overall better. And now in 2024, if you ask me again, well, so much has changed. There are so many options for streaming software, alerts platforms, and they all do very different things. Today, I want to break down 4 years worth of streaming and content creation experience to cover the major streaming software, their pros, cons, are they good for beginners? Will other streamers bully you for using them? Do they make your game lag? Can they make you grow faster? What alert platforms go well with them? What drama have the brands gotten into? And of course, which is the absolute best for you? you to use.
So
And
a little
I don't
bit
think
of
there is a
window
simple
where I can,
answer
like, make
anymore.
it
All of
bigger.
that and more is coming up, but first, thank you to our sponsor, Owned. Owned, your one-stop shop as a streamer, have created an entire scene editor and integrated into their free Owned Pro tool. This means not only can you now get full overlays from Webcam Board Creator and try out any of their
But,
free
like,
full
actually-
overlay packs without paying anything. And if you want to use stuff, I think it's probably important to cover the difference between Streamlabs and OBS, because many don't even know that. OBS, or Open Broadcasting Software, is the standard for recording and streaming from your desktop. And because it's open source software, it means anyone can use it, study it, change it, and distribute the software and its source code. This is meant to help encourage industry growth and innovation, which OBS has absolutely done. Streaming would not be where it is today without OBS and their team. But this also means Streamlabs, who are originally an alerts and label platform, were able to take the source code for OBS and use it as their bones. And then they built a skin around it. And not just the skin, but they also built teeth.
I've heard about this before. I will put back my gear. I've heard about this before, that Streamlabs kind of just stole OBS, which was like open source and like made by like one single guy, and then built this on top, and that they have like something that they call Streamlabs OBS. And sometimes people complain and want their money back, and then OBS is like, we are a free thing for the people, and like Streamlabs stole us and made it bad, and like it's connected to us. So like I feel bad for OBS, but like I understand like that all these settings, like having a BRB screen and stuff like this, who wants to take the time to set that up in OBS? Like, I'm in tech and I have other things to do even. And I think, yeah. So that's what like QC had to do with content. He asked him, I think. Yeah, he still talks like half the time as long as the video is. I don't feel the pressure to talk that much. I think 20% would be enough, but like I often just can't shut up, so it will happen anyways. Do we want the screen to be bigger? Okay, next time, now I'm going to be playing around with the screen to like match.
For the drama, which I will cover the drama soon because I think it's important you understand it. But first, what are the pros and cons of Streamlabs, who should use it, and why? Streamlabs OBS has added a lot of features over the years, and weirdly also removed a lot of features that OBS built in for some reason, and I'll cover those soon. In short, it does almost everything OBS does, but it also has built in the
It's just like a little comfort blanket for people that are not used to like engineering or VS Studio. Yeah, it's more so about, yeah, and the comfort they build around vibe coding practices is the tool that they are selling. So now that like Elon has acquired it, I think now it's got a shot because he can like put in his XAI models and like actually give Cursor a powerful model to carry it forward. So the distances are widening to like catch up
into just the one tool. This was great for beginners as well, and they've been very focused on helping beginners, which is why they also added the overlay tool. Essentially, a designer like myself or Owned create overlays, and they set them up in Streamlabs and export them out as .overlays. This means anyone can download that .overlay and install it with literally one click, which is kind of amazing.
What I decided after 3 minutes, we are in 3 minutes deep into this 9-minute video, and I know that like I'm not going to OBS and setting up all this stuff. And also like the challenges, like as a new streamer, I wasn't even sure I needed an intro outro BRB screen. So like just it being there when I downloaded the package, like entered my awareness. And like it also has like internal tipping. Streamlabs, it has a lot of stuff that you don't understand, but maybe it's not because it's technical, maybe it's because it's like the live streamer live that one is not used to yet when like getting started with a tool like this. So just like the exposure and understanding that you need to understand all these things, like maybe going through Streamlabs is kind of an education in live streaming itself.
Amazing tool called selective recording, meaning when I'm live
recording, I believe. I've never tested it. I can also download my streams from like YouTube, but I don't trust YouTube encoding. I have to fix live streaming, multi-live streaming to YouTube audio pipeline because it just encodes everything wrong. Like I noticed this before with YouTube, that like the videos I uploaded, the sound just became it sounded good on my laptop in DaVinci Resolve editor, but online it just something went wrong with it because they are doing modifications to it to like match their standards of loudness and such things. So they are doing something to it, and I don't know how to make my video so that it doesn't feel the need to do that thing. So that's something to research on another day.
My gameplay and my webcam, which is much better for editing. But it's not all good news. All these features are great for beginners, yes, which means mostly beginners use the software, and that means they can't fix the issues it has. For example, Streamlabs just being open uses on average a minimum of 8% more CPU than OBS. This is before you even try stream or record. It's just
8% is nothing, bro. 8% is nothing. That's not some, you just plug in your laptop. Where are you going with your laptop while desktop streaming? Nowhere. You really don't have to worry about that.
so bloated already.
But I do have to say that downloading Streamlabs was a lot, and maybe as a creator you already have your, what I want to be? I want to be on top. I want to be on top of the screen, because in my own view I want to be looking into my own eyes. How do I do that? I can do it like this. And I really wish to cut off the part that is to the left of me, but I actually cannot do that. So, can I? No. Okay, I think we'll finish this video, and then that was it for this live stream. Oh my god, we have a we have a spam chat. No. Where is it from? Is it from Twitch? But at least there is a chat. At least somebody follow me on Twitch. It says best promotion on blah blah blah.org. Bro, who is responding to this? I don't know. In the first one, I guess I almost got, it sounded spammy, but like you don't really direction. Anyways, we'll watch this video, and that will be it for this stream. I feel like the aesthetics are very much in line with the expectations, and like having a first stream that is not up to high standards, that's a badge of honor. Your first stream cannot be good. It has to be bad. And the reason for that is that like you are not bad first video, So I'm very satisfied with it, but eventually I want to stop making bad videos and get into it. Anyways, that's why we have to watch this video and maybe the next. I think for a while I will be desktop streaming about desktop streaming, and then I will go on to like AI editing and how I made like a spec driven tool to edit my videos, and I just pick the storyline with Cloud Code, and then it makes the rough cut for me, and that rough cut will be good as is, because we are of a low edit philosophy, and I make way too much fucking content to pay for a human editor. So, but like the rough cut could be handed over to a human editor, but first I need some clout. And I also like setting the expectations of editing so that people are really, what, I don't know. That's something like for when I have more than 10 subscribers on Kick and YouTube. Okay, yeah, maybe I should say I'm Ivana. Hi. I have 10 followers on Kick. I've just entered the double digits. I have 8 followers on YouTube, and I identify, and like I also have long technique into the comments and engaged. So, but I don't think they like the video, but that's okay. The point is engagement, and that I have 100% of it. Yeah, and I think those high hopes really center around long form YouTube. And of course, live streaming as the source for that, because why wouldn't you be live if you're a long form YouTuber? I don't completely get why people skip on this opportunity to connect with their audience, to like be making content that reaches more people. Okay, they won't need after my employed guy to run. Or what do we do? Okay,
sounds small until you click go live or until you realize that the beginners who use it don't have beefy PCs. Not to mention, it's incredibly buggy these days with constant glitches, alerts, lagging, their widget theme resetting, and so many other things. It's such a shame because often new streamers come to our Discord for help and our group of stable. The solution often tends to be, hey, can you try this out in OBS and does the problem still exist?
No. I was so happy. I jumped on the opportunity when he said that OBS just has more functionality, and I knew this was coming. I knew that Streamlabs isn't fucking stable. I felt it in my bones. But if I multi-stream from OBS, will that be stable? Like, I have to be checking every 30 minutes for audio drift. By the way, stack. Should I say my stack? If there is no audio drift in the local recording, like, then I wouldn't be so. It's just like it fucks up everything. And when you have an audience, they would tell you, but like I don't have any chatters right now. I have 2 viewers. Maybe I have 1 viewer. 1 to 2. I think Streamlabs numbers might be accurate. But like on Twitch, I see like 1. And I think 1 that's not me, probably. And the interesting thing in Streamlabs, I don't see where my viewers are at. Anyways, let's watch the video because this was our goal, to watch something. And I really like the way that I'm reacting to it. I never know that I can make the next piece of content until I make it. But reaction videos will be like so easy for me and they will keep me on track because I often... Wait, this is the fucking light. I have to look good. Okay. Look, I'm using this light. It's also, you can put it on the back of your phone. If you're filming with your back camera, that's great. But I've been like a front camera girly since I got into live streaming. It cannot even handle my front camera anyways, as like resolution wise.
And well, they usually always say, no, OBS works perfectly.
Whoa, what's that?
More ads. I'm refusing to show this to my audience. Okay, it's on 5x. I'm speeding it up to... I muted it.
And this, of course, which began when... Another example is when they paid for ads to appear.
Yep.
And creators subscribed to their premium... which began when... Another example is when they paid for ads to appear.
Yep.
And creators subscribe to their premium version because they don't know I've worked with them in the
okay, but I will say this
premium version because they don't know I've worked with them in the
okay, but I will say this about OBS. I've downloaded it and I've tried. And I've made some screen recordings as long form and I will put it together in post. That was my plan. And also as long form and I will put it together in post. That was my plan. And also now I would love to have separately all my channels of audio. I would like to have separately the screen share, like my own image, so I can like zoom into it and have good quality. I would like these things, but you know, like live streaming has really lowered my expectations for myself as a creator in terms of like visual quality. What was I talking about? Yeah, in OBS, like one time, also like with macOS native screen recording, it happened to me that I had a 1 hour long stream. I was like reviewing Avatar reviews when I went to the cinema, and I'm about to go to the cinema now. But I'm just like, it's a wasted content, consuming content without like reacting to it. So I wanted to do a reaction video afterwards. And I wanted to look, YouTuber, I have some trouble like identifying as a long form YouTuber. That's why I always say it, because I feel insecure about it, because I don't have enough videos. But in my soul, it is what I am. So, and we know that that's how it works, right? Whatever you say you are and want to be, you are. That's how it works. Bro, I shouldn't even get into this territory of like this rhetoric, but, or like commenting on, you know what, I'm not touching some of these topics that are so popular to like comment on for clout. I'm not touching it. I don't care. But point is, this is how I identify, and I need to validate myself a bit more by doing more work. Where was I at? Yeah. in OBS, it was never clear to me how to go live. It was never clear how to connect it to my platforms. I was never prompted to do anything connected to live streaming while in OBS doing my little recordings. And I lost an hour of content and I didn't even know. I did not even know that it was full blackout. Because one thing that happens in OBS, if you're watching YouTube, you have to turn off HDR in your Chrome settings, which makes your screen look a little bit weird to you. And like also the audio, I think, because it blanks out, because it recognizes that the screen is being recorded with internal recording quality. It triggers YouTube. Of course, it's protective of its copyright. It doesn't want its content. That's why there is this workaround. But as a consumer, you will go back to using the HDR setting. So this was kind of annoying. But I think when I used my recording and now I checked, like it just works. I don't have to turn off HDR when I'm in Streamlabs. We have the consumer comfort here. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about going back to OBS. I think I also saw that Ludwig was like the background for Streamlabs, and he is one of the people that I'm emulating. So even though I'm sure he got a fat check from Streamlabs, I will still still gives me credibility in my eyes, because like Ludwig was not Restream did not get Ludwig, okay? So like it matters to me when like a creator I'm emulating endorses a platform that is used to live stream. And also Ludwig, I think, even in the way that he's creating like YouTube long, everybody's doing that now, but a lot of his content really familiarized me with live streaming culture from the platform of YouTube. So that is also like something, that a lane that I can enter as I'm filming my journey into becoming a live stream creator, which I've already become, but like blossoming as a live stream creator. Yeah, we are so fucking educational here. Let's go.
Past, even been sponsored by them in the past. Sort of forgive. If you don't know, Logitech owns Streamlabs. And for some reason, nobody really talked about that. So maybe we should just move on and talk about OBS instead. Look, this is the OG. This does everything you will on your PC as you make it in the settings. It's not bloated, it's easy to use, and it has the most passionate community of content creators and developers working to make it the best tool for every streamer out there. OBS will always work better than Streamlabs. Of course, if you set it up right. The only major drawback is that to a beginner, it is very daunting to open OBS. There is no...
And I will say, Streamlabs is already like really daunting for a beginner to open. And okay, and like with another streaming platform that isn't built for desktop streaming. What is Restream for? I think with Restream is a multi-streaming, so there is Streamlabs, Restream. These are the two multi-streaming platforms. And I think with Restream, you would be using OBS in the background to share your screen to it. And actually, within Restream, I was prompted to use OBS. So that will be also some OBS OBS is free, but I'm subscribed to Restream for 15 euros per month, and I'm subscribed to Streamlabs for 30 euros a month. So I'm paying like 50 euros just to make nothing as a live streamer. I spent 80 hours of my valuable time doing it. I'm having fun though. This is all very internally gratifying. Like, I love hearing myself talk. This is really it for me. So I don't mind, and I'm investing. I'm diverging before. And these are both good tools, right? And they could both sponsor me in a year when I'm big. So let's just, and the comparison is probably where a lot of the value is in a long form video. So in live stream right now, we're hanging out. Hi, my one viewer, or maybe even two. I think I have 2 viewers. That's a lot. It is a lot. I'm not even being like, it's a lot for me. Every viewer number is relative, right? So where was I at? I forgot. Let's go.
Quick installs, as I said, so it has to be done manually. But I would argue this means that you get more experience as a creator. It has no alerts, chat
Setting up the chat is such a pain in the ass. I felt that during like mobile streaming. By the way, while mobile charges, but it gets hot. And I'm just like, this is like the latest iPhone. If the 18 hasn't come out yet, I I really did not want these.
This also could be a pro, because if they'd integrated all those things, it could have caused the software to become unfocused and bloated. And because you'll need an alert platform, let's get
Where I was at is that in live streaming, the value proposition is hanging out with me. You may learn something, but I'm the selling point here, and the commodity I'm selling is my vulnerability and my time that I'm not spending with my mom right now. She's very jealous of you. Just letting you know, my two viewers, that this is wanted stuff right here, my time and my presence. So it really also freaks her out that I'm with her, but I'm not with her. That's like really, that's a very new thing that live streaming has given us. It's strange. I'm still like, I don't know. Of course, I would never choose anything over my mom. So I'm trying to like still give her attention. And it's just more important. But she has a lot of time on her hands, and like she's a lot. So maybe I'm choosing myself, right? Because you guys, my two viewers, are not chatting back to me. I'm choosing to be talking to myself. And this is for me a little bit like writing a diary. This is like some me time that I'm having. So yeah. Did I have a thought about OBS? Yes, it was about the difference between live streaming value creation and value creation as a long form YouTube, which this will be. Which this will be a great one of. And yeah, long form YouTube isn't just like showing somebody something, but it's kind of a question. Like me, when I was a consumer 2 months ago, and I had the choice when I asked like Cloud Code what to use to multi-stream because I wanted to go Kick, and it went really great. I was shocked to have a viewer from Kick or like from anywhere. I was shocked, and like it just happened, and it's been, that's what's given me the fire to do like 50 more streams, or like to be streaming I stream like almost every day for the last month or so. And that's like a lot of energy. And like I have like delusion, but I've also had like 1 to 2 chatters a stream, 0 to 2. And it's a lot. So, and what was I talking about? Yeah. So and there is me who has now paid for streaming from my mobile IRL and choosing Streamlabs for doing desktop, and literally waiting to get Streamlabs and getting Streamlabs only for desktop. And this is my first desktop, and it's the best it's ever been compared to previous. Like restream button to set it up, I've never gotten as far to try.
into that as well. First up, Streamlabs. Yes, it is an alert platform, but they've also made it so that a lot of their alerts and widgets barely function unless Streamlabs is also open and you're streaming from it. It's also quite glitchy, and the way they have the setup and customization is quite archaic and behind the times. There's no visual scene or alert editor, which
Bro, you see these little green things? Like,
works with YouTube and Twitch. Stream Elements is next, and this truly is the go-to for many streamers.
YouTube
it works
and
with
Twitch.
YouTube.
That's the next thing. YouTube and Twitch. Streamlabs really feels like a thing for YouTube and Twitch. And I'm even going to check if I have like chat on Kick that it did not pick up. Probably not. I think Streamlabs would be still. Oh yeah, and one reason that I think I wouldn't have chat is that I'm streaming 3 p.m. European time, like Amsterdam time. This is not a time when like a lot of people are out. So maybe this or are awake. I mean, it's a Saturday. So this would be like 8 a.m. in the US. Are you really going to begin your day with this stream? But that may be a good thing, because at night, people are attaching to the already big streamers that they know. So this might be a window for me to dominate the European market. And okay. I will just check again. I haven't done a check in an hour. It's looking great. I think my lips are syncing. Then I'm going to go through.
And Twitch, and it uses a visual scene editor approach to let you customize alerts, chat, stream labels, and everything else visually, making it easier for beginners. Spam you with, to be honest, predatory pay-per-performance sponsorships. These will come through constantly, and if you accept them, well, it means you're going to spend a lot of time advertising a brand that will likely not pay you at the end because you didn't reach their performance.
I've heard of these. I've heard that Streamlabs has a really low, like 1.9 Trustpilot score. And I've heard that like maybe like there are some donations that they are like keeping in other streaming platforms, that it's kind of native. So I've heard mixed things. I don't know what to think yet. But it's nice to have that integrated because that's an important part. And I don't know, I have like a donate link in my bio, and I have link in my Kick bio, and I have all my socials links in my bio as well. So, but I did it with Stream Elements. Yeah, Stream Elements is where you go as like live streamer to set up like a way to be donated to allow your audience to support you through PayPal. And then you embed that link within Kick and other streaming platforms. So it says something is wrong with the link or something. Anyways, we will see that.
Performance goal. Next is Twitch alerts. While they lack chat widgets, stream labels, and all the other bells and whistles that these other tools have, I love them. They are built directly into Twitch, so they don't work with YouTube, obviously, but the amount of customization and generally cool shit you can do with them is next level. Finally, StreamerBot. This is the complex bastard child of some geniuses, and it has to be the all-time greatest tool for streamers. You can create not just alerts, but make it so viewers' donations, channel points, bits,
I'm
subs,
bored.
follows,
Let's
whatever it
make it
is,
quicker.
can trigger all sorts of things, from changing your lights behind you, turning on sources in OBS, playing songs, literally anything you can think of, StreamerBot can pretty much do it. It's just also very confusing to look at when you start, but it's worth it because it has to be the all-time deepest platform. And finally, before I tell you the best software and the combo you should be using, I should say Own Pro, who yes, sponsored this video, is an alert system. It's a scene editor. It's everything I mentioned in the ad read, so I won't go over it again. I just think it's important to mention it is an option. So which should you use? Well, I have a dirty little secret about this entire debate. These days, if I were to start again from scratch, I would like to be told to go with OBS and Twitch alerts personally, or if I was on YouTube, OBS and Stream Elements. Now, I mentioned a dirty little secret. Well, let me tell you something that I wish people would say more often in this industry. Whichever you choose to use, doesn't fucking matter. If your stream does everything you want it to, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, the two programs are practically identical, and a viewer can't tell you're using one or the other. In filmmaking, we used to say it doesn't matter how you get the shot. It doesn't matter what camera you use. It only matters what.
Yeah, I think this is a debate like with filmmakers, like, oh, are you shooting digital or film? Oh, but it looks different on analog. It does not. It just makes it a pain, like to record. So like, yeah, we really have to be keeping the end product in mind. And like, I started with Restream. I knew it wouldn't be perfect, but I just got started. And then my viewers told me, oh, HydroCat, I keep referencing him, like giving me that feedback. And I think he doesn't like it, me bringing it up because I seem hurt. And I had a sad stream that I labeled being sad the next day. That's not the reason I was sad. It was unrelated reasons. But the point is that like I got good feedback from my viewers that like a 4-hour live stream part games. Sorry, not sorry. And also I don't stand for that. I don't stand for playing games on live stream yet. So yeah, but I do a lot of stuff and I can share it. Like I'm above all, we are consumers of the algorithm, and showing and reacting to your consumption already being content, it's kind of not little that like Stream Sheem has like put in to this video, and the scenes changing every 1 to 3 seconds. Yeah, my viewer HydroGad has told me that like in movies frames, and I already knew, but he highlighted that in movies frames change every 1 to 3 seconds, and that like a viewer needs to be stimulated. Live stream is not that different from movies. The only thing is the reason I think it's better is that it's real. Like with movies, I'm just like, who the fuck cares at some point? Like what like fucking Gabrielle has made up. Like I don't care. Like when you see Clavicular like go out and like dry cold approach women in like a language in Paris that he doesn't even understand, like those reactions are real. That's the real world and you're learning from it. Like movies are kind of losing either they have to be really well structured in terms of their story, otherwise, and like be pleasing to watch, and they still have a lesson, of course. But I feel like it's kind of pointless. And even cartoons, when kids were watching cartoons, like, what is the fucking point? It does make you will learn more about the world watching the real world. And that is just it.
What's in the frame, because that's what makes the viewer feel. If your stream is high quality, if it's clear, you sound good, and does everything you want it to for your audience, then use whatever the hell you want. Stop the idiotic debating, and if you want to learn how to use OBS, click here. If you want to learn Twitch alerts, click here. If you want to become a member to support the content for just $1, click here or here. I'll put it on one side. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week.
This isn't just
Okay, I'm going to hide it because we're done. We're done with the video. This was like an hour-long stream. It went kind of shit in the beginning and then better. I feel like this was a big W, if that means win. And now I'm going to watch maybe Backrooms in the theater with my mom. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this digital revolution that we have going on, and like YouTubers breaking into cinema. And like I see that not as my trajectory, but something that I'm really identifying with as somebody who identifies as a YouTuber. I don't know, it is crazy. And I think YouTubers can do it better. We can do it better. Like, why there is a monopoly in cinema and there have been gatekeepers and they are gone. And like, I can fucking do anything. That's what I think. And what is the difference? The difference is that it's like one person versus many people. Sometimes I see like actors and they are not even doing a good job, and I'm just like, you've brought all these people together. You have like a different lighter, editor, blah blah blah, all these people, even the news. Like, I like a YouTuber or content creator is a one woman slash man show. It's a one woman show, and it makes you grind in a way that's different, that apparently scales. So I will have opinions on Backrooms. I haven't even seen the trailer. That's just the way I like it. And the content I'm thinking of in making of this is a review of I'm getting distracted by my setup. I'm thinking of like reviewing it first in my own words, like kind of short, and then watching and then maybe going into CubeLabs. CubeLabs is a place for YouTube analytics, for what is trending, what is an outlier compared to the channel's followers and average views. So we are going to be leveraging viral content that's connected to a specific topic that I have a strong and fresh POV on, that is also trending. And I think that will be my recipe for like making a viral video. I will make a live stream about it, and I will make long form content about it if I ever get to editing it. And these are the ideas. And now I'm going to do like a plug. I'm going to out-plug myself. So follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, in my Kick bio. Bro, this... how do I stop it? I actually don't know. So rack, it doesn't say stop. I'm getting started. Where do I go to check? Do I go to my Twitch? Okay, at least it's not playing anymore. Oh. We're still live. We're still live, bro. You don't wanna be doing any funny shit before you're sure you're not live. And I have this to like prevent Russian spies. So I have a webcam. There is no off button. claim stream? Is it claiming this? A claim stream button right there. These are my chats from now. I did not have any